So you okay?
Yeah, you?
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. I knew you would be.
What do you mean you knew I would be?
It's just that you're always late.
I'm not always late.
Okay, you're not.
You were early.
Hi, can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, mineral water, please.
Sparkling or still?
I don't mind.
Oh, sparkling, please. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
I haven't been here before.
It's not long been off. Frank told me about it.
So how was it?
What?
Your leave?
Oh, yeah, it was okay.
I was surprised you just took off like that.
I just felt like getting away.
Where did you go?
I just drove down to Wales. There's, got a place there. The family.
What sort of place? Village? Small town?
It's just a cottage.
Sure.
When are you going to get bored teasing me about the money?
I don't know, it still feels kind of fresh and challenging at the moment.
Frank said the seafood's good.
I didn't think you were going to turn up.
Why?
Because I know you find some things hard to talk about. And something has happened. Or at least I think it has. And, you know, I think we should address that. Which is why I suggested we meet. Because if I remember correctly, the last time we met, you kissed me.
You kissed me?
Well, at least we're going to be adult about it.
It was a mistake.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah, it should never have happened.
Is that it? It was a mistake, it won't happen again. Let's order some scoff.
It's unprofessional, you know it is.
Unlike your affair with a married CPS solicitor.
Come on. If Howard thinks something's going on, he'll move one of us out, no question. Do you want to go back to uniform?
No.
Me neither.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that enough?
Well, I'm glad you think that because, you know, I've been thinking about some stuff and for my part, I realised that after Will, you know, the way that ended, well, that brought up loads of stuff about what a bastard my dad was. You know, cheating on my mum, leaving like that. And, well, I just don't think I'm ready to start a new relationship just yet. Particularly a very difficult one. Such as this promises to be.
Will was a wanker.
But no, Will was steady and reliable, and that's what I needed.
Till he started having sex with his secretary.
You ready to order yet?
No. What is this, McDonald's?
Sorry.
Anyway, that's how I feel. You know, I just wanted to be honest.
Have you thought about changing partners?
No.
Well, I was thinking maybe we should think about that.
Well, if you think that's a good idea. But, you know, what about Howard? I mean, the last time I wanted to change partners, he wanted to know why. He made a fuss.
You tried to change partners?
Yeah.
When was this?
At the beginning. I thought you were a wanker. I wanted to ditch you.
I never wanted you as a partner.
Yeah, I know. I heard you complaining to Howard about it. Oh. And then you denied it to my face. They're just friends then?
Yeah. Just friends.
Old Potato Head wants to see me.
Chief Inspector Potato Head.
Oh, good. Come in. I had Ross Jones on the phone after lunch. Councillor?
Oh, Mrs. Whitehouse.
That's right. Oh, she was walking past that sauna out by the station last night and, it's still open apparently.
Yeah?
When are we supposed to close it down?
Well, we did some research on it a while back, but, you know, there was a lot going off, so you know how it is, priorities.
Yes, and where is it now?
That's where it belongs, in my bottom drawer.
Well, I'd like it out of your bottom drawer today.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. Mrs. Whitehouse she may be, but she has the ear of the Chief Constable.
Another overdose at the Royal today, a young teenager. They say she'll pull through, but you know, it's touch and go.
Yes, I know what you're saying, and I agree, but it won't take you long, so just get it sorted.
Young people are dying out there because someone's putting uncut heroin on the streets of Liverpool, and you want me to waste my officer's time closing down a backstreet massage parlour because it offends some prudish counsellor?
It's our bloody job, Jones, and I don't give a damn whether you like it or not.
My job and yours is to assign priorities to problems, and this is a load of bollocks.
Don't you tell me my job.
Well, obviously somebody has to. This is a disgraceful decision. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Look, get it done. Get it done now.
Well, like hell. This is all about your bloody promotion. That's what this is all about. Sucking up to that cow because it's got the ear of the Chief Constable.
Jones, you take that back.
Bollocks! Where you lot going?
Well, Frank's just been down to the road to see the overdose girl.
Yeah, she gave us a good name. Where she got the stuff could be solid.
Well, we can drop that for now. Let's concentrate our minds on the sauna up by the station.
What?
You heard, Joanna? What's happened to the sauna?
The sauna?
Joanna, your DS, what's happening with it?
Well, we need one more hit before we can go for the warrants.
Well, okay, get it done.
What?
Get a man in there, get someone to offer him sex for money. Get back here, get a statement, get a warrant from the magistrate, plan the raid, execute it. Simple.
What is wrong with you? What have I done?
Is this Hill's idea or what?
For God's sake, Howard, the sauna's a waste of bloody time.
Don't you tell me what's a waste of bloody time, Frank White. If you'd spend more time on the job and less time on some bloody moose, we'd have sorted this sauna by now. I want the evidence and the raid done today, tomorrow at the latest.
What about the overdose?
Look, just do the bloody sauna!
Bollocks to the sauna. We got overstrength smack all over town. God, this is sick.
Don't tell me my job! Just do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Go on, get out! Go on, get out! Not now, Callie.
I was that close to chinning the bastard, I tell you, that close.
Let's just get it done if that's what he wants.
Do you lot ever do anything?
We're waiting for someone, okay?
Why are you such a sad, pathetic little weasel, Tomaszewski?
Hey, you watch your mouth, fatty.
You come with that once more, pal, I'll put you down where you stand.
Come on then, fatty, hit me.
Oh, keep it out!
Are you putting your hands on a superior officer, Callahan? Do your work, Tomaszewski.
Callie.
Can I speak to you a minute? Wasn't that?
Yeah, that is Mrs. John Sullivan.
Listen, that time you came about the school, I bit your head off.
Forget it.
No, I wanted to say sorry. Look, can I see you sometime? Buy you dinner? Lunch?
Expensive.
Drop dead. Still got all the bastards' credit cards.
I'll call you.
I'm not doing it.
Why not?
I hate those controlled wanks, you know I do.
Well, it can't be me or Paulie.
Frank will do it.
Hey, I did the last one over the nosey that time.
Listen, Callie, it's your turn.
I don't like doing them either, you know.
I'm no good at that shit.
Why not?
Listen, I'm your DS, and I'm saying you're doing it.
No.
You can make your excuses and get out, you'll be fine.
No.
No, don't worry, they're always ugly.
No.
Okay, okay. Under the circumstances, I am prepared to offer you a 50-50 chance.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I think Callie should go in.
Let the coin decide.
Well, it's his turn.
Shut up to Paulie.
Well, Frank did the last one in Knowsley.
Call.
Heads. I want a massage.
I think you need one.
It's been a bad day.
Michelle.
What's your name?
Tomaszewski.
Is this your first time, Mr. Tomaszewski?
Nope.
Well, if you'd like to get undressed and lie on your front, I'll be back in a minute.
So, how did it go? Lunch with Callie.
Great. Great, thanks.
How great?
Well, we got things straightened out, you know.
Yeah? Good. Good.
We're just going to be friends, sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was good to get it out in the open.
Yep.
Discuss it properly.
What total, utter bollocks. Uh-oh.
Well, what happened?
Nothing. She rubbed her hands up and down my back for 5 minutes. That was it.
You're kidding.
15 quid.
I'm not going to tell Howard that.
Oh, terrific. Give us the money. All right, love.
Hi, love.
I'm in the mood for something special.
Well, something special is what we have. Michelle!
What's your name?
They call me Callie.
Callie? Is this your first time here then, Callie?
Oh, no, no. I'm a firm believer in the medicinal benefits of regular massage.
Is that right?
Yeah, I see myself as an apostle, you know. What's your name, love?
Michelle.
Michelle. Exotic.
That's me. So you're off work today then?
Yeah, I work nights mostly.
Yeah? Doing what?
Oh. I'm a chef.
A cook?
No, my dear, a chef. My speciality is seafood.
Yeah? Well, where'd you work then?
Well, I'm opening a new place in town next month. The humble crustacean and I are partners in a bone. Oh, yes, yes. That's nice.
Okay, you can turn round now. That was the basic stress relief massage.
Oh.
But we do offer a supplementary course of therapeutic manipulation.
My God. It's a brothel.
Let's go.
Frank, how'd it go?
Oh, no problem. I've just done my statement. Paulie's gone to get the warrants and Callie's going to organise the raid.
Good, good, well done. Yeah, it's bollocks, I know, but it had to be done. Listen, I'm sorry about what I said before. I didn't mean it. I had hell on me back, you know. Okay.
By the way, what was that bastard Tomacheski doing over there?
He's up for a job.
No.
Yeah, I get it as well. He did a good interview.
Bollocks. What job's that then?
Your boss.
What?
Yeah, well, we need a permanent DS, you know. Joe's only acting.
Oh, no.
Oh, no's right. There's nothing I could do about it. You just better watch your step. If you get a move on, you can do the raid this shift.
Another classic operation coming up.
Oh my God! It's the owner on the premises. Look, haven't you got anything better to do? Where's the owner? Look, I just do the desk all right. The owner. Well, well, well.
Oh, Christ.
Shoe sniffer.
What's going on?
Well, Tony, your premises are being used for immoral purposes.
No.
And you, Tony, are living off immoral earnings.
Again.
This is a bona fide establishment.
Really? Well, we have statements from 3 undercover officers saying they were offered sexual services on your premises.
No. How could they do this to me? I gave those girls a break. A career in aromatherapy massage, and this is how they repay me.
So what, so you're saying you knew nothing about this?
As God is my witness.
Better call your lawyer, Tony.
Slimy bastard.
Well, if that's his story, we're going to have to get one of the girls to come.
Yeah, let's just wait and see what they say when they hear how loyally Tony stuck by it.
Hi, I'm DS McMullen. This is DC DePauli. We're from Bridewell.
Listen, I know the score. You can't charge us unless we've had 2 previous cautions, which none of us have. So you've got to let us go.
Oh, that's right. We don't want to charge you anyway. We want Tony.
So we'd like one of you to make a short statement saying that Tony hired you to do the punters, yeah?
Why should we?
Well, for a start, Tony's saying that you organised all the shagging and he knew nothing about it.
Yeah, well, he would say that, wouldn't he?
Think about it, Mandy. We're city centre vice. We'd owe you a favour and you might need that one day, eh?
Oh, yeah. We're not saying anything. We want to go home and you can't stop us.
I'll make a statement.
Michelle, Tony will kill you.
For what he said, that's not right. I want them to know the truth.
Hey, Paulie. This was that shoe sniffer I just saw heading for the cells.
Yeah, Frank and Callie are with him. Of course he's denying it all, but one of the girls is making a statement. Joe's taking it now.
Shoe sniffer finally bites the dust, eh? Excellent.
Listen, Howard, you know I've got that meet tonight, you know, the business with them.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you go ahead. I'll cover for you if anything comes up. Joe, what's up?
You better come down.
I had sex with Frank White this afternoon, and I want that on the record because it's not right. I mean, you want to bust us, fine, bust us, but don't go playing at both ends, do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And okay, I work in a massage parlour. I'll take the consequences. But he's a busy, and it's not right, do you know what I mean?
How'd you know it was Frank White?
I didn't at first. He said his name was Callie, and that threw me. And last time I seen him, he never had his little beard, and his hair was all short and slicked back, and he was thinner then too. He looked pretty different. I was on top of the bastard before I recognised him.
So it's possible you're not actually positive it was him?
No, I am. I was at school with Georgie, his daughter. She's a friend of mine. It's not right, you know.
Stupid bastard.
He'll be gone this time, won't he?
Get Frank up to my office now.
She's lying.
Why would she do that?
How should I know? She's a pal of Georgie's. She wants to screw me up. How should I know? What does it matter?
It matters to me. You're one of mine and there's going to be all hell to pay for this when Hill gets in tomorrow morning and hears about this. He'll hit the bloody roof.
Yeah, well, it's their word against mine.
There's an investigation.
What are they going to investigate? There's no proof. Howard, she's lying. She's trying to screw me up.
It's not as if you haven't got enough people out to get you.
So you're going to take the word of some slapper against mine?
Well, it's not exactly out of character, is it?
I didn't do it.
I'm innocent. Hill's been out together for months, you know that, you know it.
She's lying.
How could you be so bloody stupid? I didn't know she was lying. What the fuck were you thinking about? You let me down. You've let us all down. And this time, I've had it. You're on your own.
I've had it, Callie, I tell you. If they try and get me on this one, I'm packing it in. I'm not going back to uniform, and I am not going to see my time out on some desk for a pension. I'm gone.
Let's go for a drink. Thanks for coming tonight. I didn't feel like going out.
Where's your wife?
She's left me. Taking the kids back to her mother's. Didn't Callie mention that?
No. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Is she going to let you see the kids?
I'm not going to live to see John and Sarah grow up. That's a fact. I'm not complaining. Career like mine. You make enemies, you expect a knock at the door one night. Time I've got left with them, though. Nobody's going to take that away from me. I'm going for custody.
Do you think you stand a chance?
What, with a reputation like mine, you mean?
That is what I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to pay some bastard off, that's for sure.
I saw her today. Your wife.
Yeah. Callie's been looking after her. She still loves him, you know. Deep down. Always has. In retrospect, I think I made a mistake stealing her off him. Sometimes she'd get angry. She'd say, "You never loved me. You only wanted me because I was going out with Callie." Sometimes wonder how true that is. You've never been here before, have you? You want a tour?
No.
Come on then. Do you know how much vulgarity like this costs?
I know what paid for it.
I'm a businessman, an importer. As it happens, I've imported heroin and cocaine. But they're just commodities. It all used to be legal. And in time, I have no doubt it'll all be legal again. It's just a question of perspective, that's all.
I work the estates. I got a different perspective.
What you see on the estates, and I know what I'm talking about, is poverty and despair and a lack of opportunity. That's the problem. Everything else is just a symptom.
Well, that's okay then.
And this is the master bedroom. Oh, I don't believe it. The bastard handle's gone again.
Who's this?
Oh, there. Couple of right bastards, those two. Snuck out of Dublin one night in 1922 with a lot of money in the suitcases. We don't know the full details, but the British Army of Occupation weren't too happy about it, and neither were the IRA. Set up here as bookies in 1925, and the rest is history. The one on the left, my granddad. The one on the right, Callie's. Aha.
Is this where they all end up?
Would you like to see the bathroom? It's all Italian marble in there.
So is this what it's all about? Bring a bird back here, show her your money, make a move.
Oh. Confrontation.
I'm feeling confrontational today.
You always feel confrontational.
I'd just like to know where I stand.
Very soon I'm going to call you. Might be tomorrow, might be next week. I don't know yet. And when I do, I'm going to tell you about a petrol tanker that's coming from Belgium to Liverpool. Except there's not much petrol in it. The one condition is that you pick it up before it gets to Liverpool.
Why?
Don't ever ask me that. Millions of pounds worth of cocaine and heroin. Law and order triumphs again.
So what's in it for you?
I was never unfaithful to Sue, you know. Ever.
Well, I'll put that in my report.
I'm tired. Are you going to stay the night?
What are you doing there? There's 3 beds.
I feel more at home on sofas.
See you at work then.
Nice to see you again, sir.
I'll have a mineral water, please. How many of them have you had?
3. And I'm having another. Oh, I hate that pitying look.
What do you need, Sue?
Well, that's a small talk out the way.
I know you want something.
I just need to talk to someone. Is that so bad?
I'm not taking John any messages.
I've got nothing to say to him anyway.
Fine.
Why are you being so horrible to me?
Listen, you've got your health. 2 great kids. And you never have to work again if you don't want to. You want to think about that more often.
So, you're not interested in what I could tell you about John?
Don't fight him, Sue. Take what you need, go quietly.
He wants the kids.
Then you're going to have to give him the kids.
Jesus, Golly. I'm just a girl from Hamilton. I thought it was. I thought it would be exciting.
Page Moss.
What?
You're from Page Moss. You only moved to Allerton when you were 13, when your half fella got a job with the insurance company. Prior to that, you lived in Page Moss.
What are you talking about?
You're a snob, is what I'm talking about. If I'd inherited the money when we were going out with each other, we'd be married with kids now. But I had no money. I was wearing a uniform. John was driving around in his first Ferrari. That was your choice.
Jesus, you carry a grudge.
I can't unscrew your life for you.
I thought you were my friend.
I am. Don't fight him, Sue. Don't talk about his business. And don't drink Bloody Marys at lunchtime. Look, I've got to go. Where's Frank?
In with Hill now. And I want a coffee.
Okay. Well, here we are again. This time a routine job is compromised by tainted evidence and turns into an expensive and embarrassing inquiry. I'm suspending DC White until the allegations against him can be fully investigated. There's no knowing how long that will take. His future, whether he has one or not, is something we'll be addressing at the time. In the meantime, Birkenhead have agreed to release D.S. Tomaszewski ahead of schedule, so he'll be joining you in a couple of weeks' time with a brief from me to tighten up discipline and get more consistency into your performance. Personally, I'm sad to see Frank White go, but there it is. So let's all try and learn from his mistakes.
Well, there it is. He'll want Frank out, no question.
Tomaszewski, what a nightmare.
I can't believe it was happening.
If the girl retracts her statement against Frank, all this will go away.
She's not going to do that. She's on a mission to tell the truth, set the record straight.
And it was us that talked her into it. Jesus.
You get caught trying to muddle that girl, you know. You'll be gone same as Frank.
You know, we shouldn't be doing that shit in the first place.
So suddenly it's my fault.
Come on, Paulie, this is Frank's mess. It was a simple operation and he's found a new way of blowing it. Christ, the guy's already in therapy for his shagging.
Why do I get the impression you're not as upset about this as you should be?
It's not you that's had to put up with shit all over the years, is it?
Oh, so that's just it then, is it? Goodbye, Frank.
Oh, shut up, you two. Forget about Frank, he's history. I feel as bad about it as you do, but there's nothing we can do except go home, come back to the next shift. Life goes on. I've got more important things to think about.
Listen, I'll speak to the girl from the massage parlour. You talk to Frank's daughter, see if she'll help.
I wonder where he is.
He'll be okay.
Same again, Alex.
That would be great. Yeah.
Mum said you were here.
Oh, you're busy and all then?
Yep.
Look, you're not going to arrest me, are you? Because I'm picking up my little girl to embarrass me.
No.
I knew there was something weird about you. I thought you were a serial killer then, or a rapist.
Can I talk to you in a minute about your statement?
Look, I just told it like it was.
Well, I understand that. I just wanted to tell you we might need to get in touch again.
Why? What about?
There's going to be a full inquiry about what you said.
There is? God, I thought you'd just stick it all under the carpet.
Frank's been suspended. He's going to lose his job.
And what about me losing my job over you raiding us? What about that? I've got a little girl to support. Me and my man. You think that's easy? You think people like you make it any better? You're not even supposed to be here, are you?
He's been a good friend to me, Frank.
Hello, love. Hello. Come on, let's go out.
Hi. The manager says you were Georgie?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't worry, it's not official. I'm Pauline. I'm a friend of your dad's. No, I mean, I'm a colleague, just a friend. And I like him very much. Listen, can we take a break somewhere for a few minutes?
No, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Well, what it is this. You know Michelle Lynch?
Yeah.
You know, she works in a massage parlour. So, she's making allegations that she and your dad had sex.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
And the thing is that he's been suspended because of all of this. And basically, it's going to finish off his career.
Well, it saves him right.
Obviously, I'm not allowed to ask you to talk to Michelle on your dad's behalf, so I'm not doing that. I just wanted to inform you about the situation.
Do you know what I hate about people like you? Right, you meet my dad in the pub. Always the life and soul of the party. Everybody loves him. He's buying drinks for everyone. But what I remember is the birthdays. Wondering whether he was coming home or not. All the times he was never there. Oh, the excuses and the sorries. The endless sorries.
He's got a good heart.
Yeah? Then how come he keeps on hating everyone?
Did you get anywhere?
No.
Me neither. Thanks. Any other ideas?
No.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, what's up?
I hope last night won't affect our professional relationship.
Yeah, look, I can't really talk right now.
I'll call you.
You got a problem with that?
No.
You okay?
Yeah, sure.
I was just telling Callie. Shoe sniffer wants to see someone.
Oh, yeah, where are we with that?
Well, the CPS will decide whether Frank's tainted evidence buggers up the case. Shoe sniffer doesn't know that yet, so don't tell him. Just go down there, see what he wants, and then get back on the overdose scale, okay?
Yeah.
So, old Fatty's finally gone then. A fabulous screw-up, even by his own high standards.
Excuse me.
You're next, Callahan. You're next.
All right, Tomacheski, that's enough. Want a word with you now.
I think Joe's a bit pissed off about being demoted.
Just a bit.
Listen, you, I'm still DS here. So keep your big mouth shut. And don't try threatening anyone in my squad. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then.
What is it, Tony?
I want to make a statement. A full statement.
Okay.
Taking extensive legal advice, I am prepared to admit to such of my activities, which may have not been as strictly legal as they might be. Even though I am a legitimate businessman investing his own money in the entertainment and leisure industry in this fair city, than the firm expectation of a more lenient sentence.
No guarantees.
Plus taking into account my previous excellent character and good behaviour.
Like the time you sexually assaulted me.
That's a matter of opinion.
And kicked me to the ground.
And, as part of my policy of openness, I'm also prepared to provide you with a full and extensive list of all my clients over the years. Strictly in the interest of justice, of course. If you need any more details, my legal representative will be happy to oblige.
Take a statement, yeah?
My, you've got some names here.
The best one is second from the bottom on the left.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh, that's good. That's very good. I think we should let Chief Inspector Potato Head handle this himself, eh? Oh, by the way, there's someone to see you down in reception. You seen the list then?
It's a nightmare. It's a bloody nightmare. You think he can back this up?
Well, he's a cunning little bastard. I wouldn't put it past him.
Anyone can write names on a piece of paper?
We'd have to interview them, of course. All of them. I mean, we can't just pretend it never happened.
These names, I mean, dear God, I know some of these people.
Very embarrassing.
Do you know, I can't help wondering whether it's in the public interest to prosecute this case.
I expect Mrs. Whitehouse would agree with you. Especially when she sees her husband's name on the list. But I'll leave that with you. I've got work to do.
I expect you relish the irony of all this, don't you? I expect you think it's very funny.
Not really. Oh, by the way, The prostitute who made allegations against Frank White. Turns out she was mistaken.
What?
Well, she came in to amend her statement. So there's a bit of good news for you.
Did we do the right thing? Bailing Frank out again?
I don't know. Probably not.
You going home?
I'm gonna trail around a while, see if I can find him.
Mind if I come along?
To love you. Guess that's the way it's gotta be. We could change it. I know I would. We can make it. I know I could. Be the one that you could turn to. I just don't know what to do.
Shut up.
Time to go, Frank.
Come here, you bastard.
What time is it?
5-ish.
Oh, Christ.
Just think, darling. In a couple of weeks, you'll be getting up with me.
Oh, no. I'll be your boss. I can stay in bed.
We agreed to raid the guard this week.
Sorry, Joe, traffic was a bitch.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
That's a lie, Frank.
No, it isn't.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, shall we get some breakfast? You know, come back when you've finished.
Come on.
Oh, tell me about it.
Listen, are you around later after the shift?
Yeah, why?
I thought we might go for a drink.
Okay, any particular reason?
No.
No, Frank.
now.
Connor Tierney, this is your life.
Connor Tierney?
He's next door.
I'm D.S. McMullen from Bridewell. Connor Tierney, I'm arresting you on suspicion of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. You're not obliged to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention the question, something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say will be given in evidence.
Yeah, it's the guy next door, I tell you.
Does this belong to you?
How did that get there?
You want to get your kit on, Connor?
Thank you.
How are we doing? A small amount of smack on the table.
Good. Keep going.
Yeah, listen, sorry it's a bit of a mess. I just had the place feng shui.
Is this stuff yours, Connor?
You know, there was this weird humming noise last night. Strange lights outside the window. I didn't think much of it at the time, but you know...
A saucer full of aliens broke in to do their drugs in your front room.
I'm starting to think it's a possibility.
This yours?
No.
It's okay, Connor. You can admit to the parrot. The parrot's legal.
Yeah, it's not mine, okay?
Does he talk?
Not to you lot. Where's Lee?
Who's Lee?
He was sleeping there. It's his parrot.
Where?
The kid.
What kid?
He was here when I crashed out.
This your son?
What? No, he's 12. Brown-haired, a kid.
We searched the premises, Connor. It's just you here.
Yeah, how thorough was this search?
I think we'd have found a sleeping boy.
Maybe the aliens took him after they'd finished the gear.
That's not funny. Now, where is he? He was here a couple of hours ago. He's only 12. It's a madhouse out there, this estate. There's much of smack gets crazy. Look, Jesus, what's the matter with you lot? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, can I call his mum?
We'll do that. Who's the boy?
He's a friend. Has anyone got a smoke?
You've got a lot of 12-year-old friends.
He's the son of this girl I've been seeing. He's a nice kid. A sweet kid. He was here last night.
Could you give us their address, please, Connor?
It's just around the corner. I could take you.
Connor, you're part of a major investigation into the supply of drugs in this city, and the charges against you are very serious. You're under arrest. You're going to Bridewell.
Bridewell? Yeah, to be on our way, Bridewell, no problem. I really appreciate it.
No!
Don't worry. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Bully, come in.
How'd it go this morning?
What's this?
We raided the guy who we think is the source for the uncut heroin. You know, the stuff that's causing all the accidental overdoses.
We didn't find much in his flat. No cash, no scales. To be honest, he seemed more like a user than a dealer.
But that doesn't mean anything. You go at him. Get him to tell you where the dangerous stuff is coming from.
Right. Can we get on with this meeting, please? John Sullivan.
Well, as I said in my report, the last time we ended up in his bedroom with a lot of big promises and a blunt sexual overture.
And you concluded, therefore, this whole thing was a waste of time?
I didn't say that. I said it was a possibility.
It's not unusual for a handler and an informant to develop a certain intimacy.
Oh, you think she should shag him?
I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry, I must have misheard.
What do you want to do, DePauli?
I don't know, but I'm uncomfortable with the whole situation.
You see, a prize like this is worth a little discomfort, surely. I mean, nobody said it was going to be easy. There's a real possibility he's going to give us a huge haul of drugs.
I'm just not sure he is.
Yes, but you're not sure that he isn't, are you? I mean, think of the good we can do here.
Think of the publicity. Eh?
That's precisely the kind of whinging cynicism that drives me mad about you, Jones. Okay, I think we should pursue this a little further. But at the end of the day, it is up to you. Take your time to think about it.
Okay.
Let me know your decision.
What's going on?
Oh, just some old bollocks Hill wants me to do. Help boost female recruitment or something.
Well, I'm all for that. Well, anything that helps get rid of that old-fashioned macho culture.
Wanker. Are we ready to go at Tierney then?
Sure.
Done an interview plan?
Well, I thought you could lead the question and I'd just stare at him and look all moody like Steve McQueen.
You're not still sulking about that, are you?
I'm not sulking about anything.
What's wrong with you then?
His beloved Carmen has missed a bail signing. He phoned the rehab and she's run away.
Callahan, you're not going to tell me you're surprised.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I hate to say I told you so.
No, you don't.
Listen, Callie, you know, your fate in human nature is sort of touching. Really, but, you know, don't let it get to you. Anyway, listen, I want to talk to you about a situation, a work situation. It's just I need some advice.
Don't let it get to you. That's my advice. You sure you don't want us to list the present?
No thanks, I've already eaten.
Listen, Connor. There's a sense here in which things aren't looking too hot for you.
Any news on Lee yet?
His mother's not in. Someone's calling the school.
He never misses school. Especially not today. Today's art, and that's his favourite.
Have you any idea why you've been arrested?
Conspiracy to supply Class A drugs, heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, so forth.
Have you got anything to say about that?
No. Thank you.
We found a white powdered substance on your premises. It's been sent to the labs. When it gets back, what are they going to tell us it is?
You know, I try not to anticipate problems before they occur.
Will they tell us it's heroin?
Well, it's hard to tell at this stage. I may have been mistaken about the flashing lights.
How do you account for its presence on your premises?
Well, I'm starting to wonder if it wasn't there before I moved in.
Well, when did you move in?
A couple of years ago now, but you know, this is why I had to let the cleaner go.
Do you admit it was heroin?
No. Thank you.
You're aware you could be facing a custodial sentence?
You're right, but I would seek to persuade the court of my essential good character.
A bit of cooperation here might make that easier.
He never misses school usually. He's wearing a Liverpool top, 98 season, Homer strip, number 10 Michael Owen, blue Levi jeans, Asics trainers, brown hair. Lee, did I tell you that?
Listen, Connor. Don't you think you should concentrate a bit more on your own problems here?
You're right. Thank you.
You're on social security?
Disability.
Well, what's the nature of the disability?
Psychological.
What does that mean?
You know, I got problems. Harnessing my energies in a conventional sense. Life insurance, house insurance, health insurance, car insurance and so forth.
Holding down a job?
Prosaically.
So how do you afford the heroin then, huh, Connor? Do you steal?
Oh, no. Oh, that'd be far too stressful. Really, no, I like the quiet life. Oh, which reminds me, next time you can just knock on the door, you know. If there is a next time, which obviously we all hope there won't be, eh?
Then maybe you deal.
No. I just try and get by, you know. I like to be on good terms in the world. I like to sleep at night. Or during the day or any time, really.
Do you know a girl called Denise Bateman?
Don't think so.
She ended up in the Royal last week because the heroin she took was a lot stronger than she was used to. It was nearly pure. She went into a coma.
I'm sorry about that.
She could have died.
Although I don't know her.
It's one of 4 accidental overdoses we are looking at. And we've been given information that you supplied that heroin to Denise Bateman. I just want you to understand the seriousness of your position.
Thank you.
And give you the chance to tell us where you got this stuff, so that nobody else gets hurt.
You should suspend the interview.
I'll go and see if the mother's back.
Mrs. Bernadette Carey, Auntie S. McMullen from Bridewell. Could I come in a minute, please? It's not a good time right now. It's about your son.
Okay. Story so far. Time of death, early this morning. Cause of death, probably asphyxiation. Half-empty bottle of methadone was found on the boy. That would probably account for it. No sign of violence to the body or the clothes. It's like he just went to sleep in the grass.
That's not what the mother's saying.
Mrs. Carey,
I'm very sorry about your son. Now, if we could just go back over what happened when you last saw Lee.
We went to bed. And in the morning he was gone. He'd gone out. For the money.
What money?
He came round. He offered him money for a job.
Who's this?
Connor.
Teeny? Is Teeny your boyfriend?
I dumped the bastard.
What job is this?
They got rid of him. Out the army. 'Cause he's not right. You know, even the army. God help me, when I met him I didn't know that. I'd never have let him near Lee. And I was lonely.
Did you have any idea that Connor Tierney was using drugs?
At the end. And Lee wanted to go with him. For the money. I said he couldn't, he had school, but he was gone.
Why didn't you call the police?
I knew where he was. But there was no one there. He does all this charming stuff, you know. But he's not right in the head. I mean, you think he is, but he isn't. I didn't want to see him again, but he kept coming round, always coming round. Ask anyone.
Why would he want to harm Lee, Mrs. Carey?
I don't know. Because he's a smackhead, a nutter. Look, what are you asking me this for? I want him arrested. I want him to suffer like I'm suffering. I want him dead. I want him dead!
Connor, we're going to give you another chance to get a solicitor. We'd like to ask you some questions about Lee. I'm afraid he's dead.
Oh, well. That's okay then. Fine.
Makes sense.
Hi. Callie, your brother Ian called and Sue.
No, we're not Carmen.
Me and Joe are off to get some background on the kid. Okay, boss?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The media are swarming around downstairs.
Oh, well, that's something at least.
What?
Well, this is all your fault. If you'd have allowed us to carry out this investigation instead of wasting our time on that precious little sauna, everything would have been different. That boy would still be alive.
We don't know that. We don't know anything because you're too busy moaning at me to do your job. Now, if there's half a chance that this is murder, I want to know about it today. So just get on with it.
I want to sit in on this one.
Well, maybe we should just see what he's got to say first.
What, you mean you don't want me to sit in on it?
No, Howard, we don't. You go flying off with this guy like you always do, they're going to fry us for intimidation when it gets to court. Look, so why don't you just sit up here and cool off?
Jesus Christ, Callahan.
You'll get over it. Or maybe that's just my touching faith in human nature.
What's the matter with you? Oh, look, what is it with you and Carmen anyway, huh? Have you got a thing for her or something?
No, I do not have a thing for Carmen.
Hey, look, she's just another junkie, okay? You skipped bail. You gave her a chance, she didn't want it. I'm sorry, but just don't crucify me over it, okay?
You know, it rips me up inside the poorly that there's a girl like Carmen. She can't stay off drugs. She's going to end up in Walton or half buried on some patch of waste ground like her friend Katrina Mackie. It rips me up that there's a 12-year-old kid in the morgue. Some junkie down in his cell smashing up tables because maybe he's done something so terrible that he just can't face it. I can't stand it. Some days I want to throw myself down these fucking stairs. It rips me up. You understand that? It rips me up. You and me, we got nothing in common. Okay, Connor. I want you to tell us about Lee.
Lee?
Lee Carey.
Lee Carey. The week he was born, his mother went on holiday with this bloke she met at the hospital. She left the baby with a friend, because it wasn't a dad. He didn't have a name yet. Lee Carey. He kept finding it on the floor, you know, his mother, always on the floor. He used to try and wake her up. He could never understand why she was always asleep. Why she was always sick. He wanted to be a doctor so he could make her better. He did the shopping, and the cleaning, and the washing up. He wanted to go to Africa, and the moon. And he had a parrot called Lucky. 10th of May, 1987. 18th of June, 1999. I'll never forget you, Lee Carey. Pax Vobiscum.
You said he was at your flat last night. You've got to be honest about what happened. You've got to tell us how it was.
But does it matter how he was, eh? He's dead.
He was 12 years old. We found him lying face down in a patch of grass. He was sleeping in your flat and now he's dead. It matters to us. Tell us what happened.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
How convenient.
There's nothing convenient about being me. I don't remember how it was. Lee was always around my flat.
Why would a 12-year-old boy hang around with a heroin addict like you? A man so stimulating, he can't remember what he was doing from one day to the next.
That's unfair.
You're a dealer. What did he do? Run errands for you or what,
No.
Take drugs around the place to people?
No. His mum's doing this black guy, right? And she doesn't like the kid being around, you know, when it's all going down, jiggity jiggity. Because the guy's black. So she gives him some money and tells him to go away for a few hours, only it's not safe that I stay, so I always tell him to come over to mine. And he'd come over to mine and We talk. I watch videos or whatever, although recently I've had technical problems with my video, but he comes over and he tells me what he wants to do with his life. And I tell him to get out. Get out the Grove Park Estate, kid. And keep going. And you know he would have. He would have.
Is that what happened last night?
I don't remember.
Lee had some methadone on him. Do you know where he got that from?
No.
Did you give him that methadone, Connor?
No.
Do you have any methadone?
No.
Guess what?
Connor? I'm going to ask you about the methadone again.
I thought we'd been through this.
I'm asking you again.
Just that I'm getting a bit of deja vu, you know.
Did you give it to Lee?
Groundhog Day kind of thing.
The bottle of methadone had fingerprints on it. Lee's. And yours.
No.
Did you deliberately give Lee Carey that methadone? Did you give a 12-year-old boy a lethal dose of heroin substitute knowing it would kill him? Connor Tierney, I am warning you. If you fail or refuse to answer these questions, a court may draw their own inference.
Blah, blah, blah.
You gotta help yourself here, Connor.
I don't want to help myself. Jesus Christ, would someone who wants to help himself be here talking to you about this? Oh my God, it was me.
What was?
I keep mine hidden. I swear. Well hidden. But a place like where I live, I mean, you've been there, haven't you? I mean, you know, you can't hide stuff. If someone wants to find it, I mean, if someone wants to try something out, if someone is just curious. Oh, I tell you, sinister stuff, methadone. Evil. Now a syringe, that's nasty. No one wants to stick one of them in your arms. Methadone, it's just green medicine. Just swallow it down and you feel just fine. I've told him how many times, don't touch this thing, Lee. Don't let it in. This is my life. Look at me. I do what I say, La. Not what I do. I never lied to him. But fathers, you just want to be like your dad, don't you? You want to do what he does. So he love you. You just want to be loved. Everyone just wants to be loved.
Tierney says it was an accident. The boy got hold of the methadone, tried it out. End of story.
Do we believe him?
Proving anything else is going to be tough.
What about the mother?
The mother's got no record, not known to social services. The neighbours say she keeps herself to herself. They knew Tierney, he came round a lot. They round a lot.
Yeah, Lee was a model pupil, well turned out, good attendance record. His teacher was crying her eyes. I couldn't believe he'd be involved in drugs.
Right. Take a break. Get some food, come back fresh. Get a Tierney about the uncut smack he was selling.
What, is this overtime?
Anyone wants a drink, I'm buying.
Sure. Thanks, but I've got some shit to do.
Oh yeah? What kind of shit?
What?
Well, it's a simple question. Why won't you come for a drink with me? You've always got something to do these days. You pissed off with me or something?
No.
You've got a man on the go then?
For God's sake, Frank, not everyone wants to drink themselves to death in the break time, you know. See you later.
Give me a call. I'll catch up with you.
I'm going looking for Connor.
No.
Oh, thanks, Paulie.
Listen, Frank, I don't mean to rush you, but Julie Callahan's just arrived and she's going to be out in a minute. And I know you've got something on your mind.
You do? I understand you went to see my daughter, Georgie. At the height of my latest difficulties vis-à-vis authority.
Did Callie tell you that?
Yep. Firstly, thanks for...
Hey, don't worry about it. Secondly,
I was just wondering how she was.
you want to get back in touch again.
Maybe.
Look, Frank, you walked out on her life. That was your choice. You had your reasons. And she's old enough to understand that now, maybe. But she's a big girl now. And very beautiful. But underneath it all, she's just a kid crying out for her dad. You want to do something about it after all this time, that's a big move. You've got some groveling to do. The worst thing you can do is buy her a bunch of flowers and disappear for another 10 years. Got it?
She is beautiful, isn't she?
Is he in?
No. No, he's out.
It's just he said he wanted to see me about something.
So are you, Mark? Not been round in a while.
I'm pretty busy at work, you know?
Yeah. Probably okay?
Yeah. You?
I am, yeah. I'm bearing up, thanks. Listen, I'm running a bit late, so I'll be seeing you, yeah?
Sure. Listen, Patrick. Do you remember that girl, Carmen?
Carmen?
Yeah, you know, the one you got on the detox that time.
Oh, yeah?
You ever hear from her again?
I called her up one time, see how she was doing, like.
She's left the rehab.
Maybe she just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have shot one of her legs off.
You ever hear from her again, you get her to call me, yeah?
She was all right, yeah?
Yeah, she was.
Well, to be honest, I'm snooping for some more information on that kid who overdosed. The press conference was a load of bollocks.
Tell him. What?
The mother was trying to sell us the story.
You're joking?
She was asking for 20 grand.
What was the story?
Don't know exactly, we wouldn't touch it. But she was offering us photos of her son and stuff, the usual. She was a hard-nosed bitch. Had a solicitor as well, the whole deal. Paulie's on the terrace. Why don't you take a drink out to her?
She'll be back in a minute.
Well, go on, you bastard.
What about you?
Oh, come on, Callie. In my condition, the walk could be fatal.
Would you just do it, Mark?
been a nightmare putting them two together.
You're wasting your time, Frank.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, come on. Have you ever known such a dreadful mismatch in all your life? They kill each other in a year.
Maybe I'm just a big, floppy-hearted romantic.
You heard the latest bollocks? The just friends policy.
Can't last, obviously.
What I can't work out is, are they both trying to kid themselves, or just each other? Or both of those things simultaneously? What do you think?
Run that by me again.
So, did you find Carmen? It's just I know you went to look for her. Listen, Callahan, my attitude towards that situation was perhaps unduly dismissive. Initially.
Is that sorry?
No. You did go to look for her, though, didn't you?
You wanted to ask me something.
A while ago, John Sullivan phones up and says he wants to meet me professionally. And so I tell Hill and Howard, and they say go and see what he wants. Anyway, it turns out eventually that John's got some information that he wants to give us. A drug stuff, big deal, so he says. But obviously I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. Not even you. You do understand that, don't you?
Yeah. What did he give you?
Nothing. Nothing, that's it.
But he's making moves on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hill's saying go for it, and Howard's saying back off, and you know John, and we don't, so I was just wondering what you thought.
Did you sleep with him?
No.
Did you want him?
It's just not a possibility.
Did you want to?
It can't happen.
What do you want to do?
Howard called. Connor Tierney just tried to kill himself in his cell.
Tierney's finally caught him before he had time to actually hang himself.
So we don't know whether he's really going to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, Joe's just phoned up. The mother's come in. She's downstairs with a lawyer.
Hold off on Tierney. Come on, let's see what she wants. What can we do for you, Mrs. Carey?
Mrs. Carey has asked me to raise the question of compensation.
What?
She feels she's entitled to compensation for the loss of her son. Financially.
Who from exactly? I understand you've been attempting to sell the story of your son's death to a local paper.
What are you looking like that for? My Lee's dead. What am I supposed to do? Who's going to look after me when I'm old? I raised him. Do you know how much that costs? Clothes, trainers, food, drinks, sweets, nappies. Year after year, always trapped. It's like being in prison. Do you know what that's like? And some days you could scream forever. He was clever, Ollie. He was going to be a doctor. He'd have made good money. No one has the right to take my kid away from me. No one. Someone's going to pay. They're going to pay.
What was he wearing when you last saw him, Lee?
Oh, Christ.
What was his favourite subject at school?
What?
At school, what was his favourite subject? Who was his best friend? What teachers did he hate most? What class was he in?
I don't have to take this shit. You've got no right to ask me this. No right.
What was his favourite tea? What did he like doing? What videos did he like to watch? What music would he listen to? What size shoes did he take? Don't you run away from this! Don't you run away from this. You stay and you answer our questions.
Are you arresting Mrs. Carey?
No. No, we're not.
So, here I am, still. Unemployed man, former human being, 31 of no fixed life. Sorry I was discourteous to you earlier.
Forget it.
You know, my dad was always, manners. He was a good man, effortlessly.
We want to ask you about the uncut heroin you sold Denise Bateman.
And you know, I'm glad he's dead. So we can see how it worked out for me.
How long were you seeing Lee's mother?
A while.
Yeah, how long was a while? 2 weeks, 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Did she know you were an addict?
It may have crossed her mind.
That must have been a lot to put up with.
That's true, but I did my bit.
Tell me about your bit.
Well, you know, cleaning the flat, doing the shopping, running errands, going to the laundrette, looking after Lee, babysitting, making dinner, picking him up after school. Oh, yeah, and the servicing of her physical needs, you know, when necessary.
Did she pay you?
Oh, no, going to the laundrette was reward enough in itself.
Shall I repeat the question?
It is, it's Groundhog Day.
What did you get in return?
She was your dealer, wasn't she, Bernadette? The methadone, Connor. The stuff Lee took, you got that from his mother too, didn't you?
Do you know, the world is a terrible place. I mean, if there is a God, I cannot understand how any mind can be so evil.
Listen, Connor. I want you to make a statement saying where you got the heroin. So that we can get a warrant and raid a house.
What's the point in that?
We've told you about the accidental overdoses. We want to stop them happening.
Yeah, well, that's been bothering me. That overdose girl, Denise. That she said I gave her some smack because I don't know her. But I've been thinking that maybe her name's Minnie. That's what they call her, but maybe her real name's Denise. I mean, that would make sense. I think someone called her that once. Is that possible?
We can check.
Yeah, that would make some sense. We don't normally have much to do with each other, right? But when you're coming off and your dealer's letting you down, I mean, you hit the yellow pages, anybody you can ever remember. So, Minnie comes round at a very inconvenient time. I'm waiting for this mate to bring this bloke around about the video. You know, it keeps fast-forwarding, you know, when you don't want it to. I mean, mate reckons this bloke can maybe fix it. Just a loose connection. But Minnie's standing there and she's crying. And I know what it's like when you're coming off, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Plus, she's a great-looking girl. I mean, I don't know if you've ever met her. Anyway, I go around to Lee's, but no one's in. But I got a key, and I know where Bernadette keeps her stash. So I help myself, I give Minnie enough, she says thanks, gives me the money, and I leave the money with a note for Bernadette explaining the situation. And the bummer is, wouldn't you know it, I missed the video guy. Another 10 minutes would have been okay. Thing still doesn't work.
Minnie could have died, Connor.
Which is how come the mistake arose. Because when you got uncut heroin floating around, there's always a mistake. I mean, no one in their right mind's going to give away uncut stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Especially not Bernadette. And the stuff I took, well, Bernadette hadn't got round to cutting it up yet. And I couldn't tell, because you can't tell by looking at it. And the others you mentioned, well, that had been Minnie selling it on before she realised how strong it was.
Will you give us a statement?
No. No, I don't want to do that. Sorry.
Why not?
Because when it comes down to my account, I'm going to take the consequences. But someone else.
That makes no sense.
Sense. Sense. I did this job once in Iraq. Driving out into the desert every morning after breakfast looking for wreckage. Neutralise and remove safely. I remember there was this tank stuck up on the ridge, one of ours. It had taken a hit in the side, and when we got up there was 2 blokes stuck in the hole. They'd been trying to get out of the hole, fighting to get out, and they got stuck. And they burned alive. And they cooked. Just melted together. We bagged him up and had lunch. Now then, does that make any more sense to you? Does that make any more sense?
I don't care about your old war stories. I want you to tell us that you got the heroin from Bernadette Carey so that we can arrest her.
No.
Why not?
Because Lee wouldn't have wanted it. Lee would not want me to do that to his mother. She's had an hard life. She got passed around in care, out of care, children's homes, foster homes. If it's made her hard, it's no surprise.
It was her methadone that killed him.
Lee loved her. He looked after her. And she was all he ever had. And he wasn't old enough to know what she was and what she wasn't, so no. No, I'm not going to do that. Lee wouldn't have wanted it.
Lee wouldn't have wanted his mother trying to sell the story to the Echo this afternoon for 20 grand. Would he?
What?
Plus photographs.
Sorry to interrupt your grief. Bernadette Carey, I'm arresting you on suspicion of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. You what? You're not obliged to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention or question something you later rely on in court.
Bingo.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
How's Joe?
Her nose is broken. Paulie's taking her down to the Royal.
It's in a bit of a mess, though, poor kid.
Stick of salt on the charge.
Sure.
Hey, listen, I need a favour. Something I said I might be able to do for someone.
By the way, I thought about it. The Sullivan thing. I want to drop it for now.
Thank you.
Going home? You want a lift?
No? We're not going trailing round after Carmen, are we?
You want to shut up about Carmen?
Just a thought. I wouldn't put it past you, though.
We're not looking for Carmen, okay?
So where are we going?
You want to walk?
I just asked you where we were going.
Your brother Ian's been calling all day. I want to see what he wants.
Has he got alcohol?
Yeah.
Because I really need a drink.
Well, he's always got plenty of booze, Ian.
He's a priest.
That's what he tells people.
Hello.
Hi. We want a drink.
In the kitchen.
Everything okay?
Not exactly.
It's just you've got that this is all your fault expression on.
Now is not the time, Mark.
Hey, you having a drink?
Yeah, thanks.
So, will your lady friend be joining us, Patrick?
She'll be down in a minute.
Lady friend.
Oh, yes. Lady friend.
I got him some earplugs put in. He just won't wear them. What can you do?
Confine your frenzy of fornication to relatively civilized hours. Just a suggestion.
Love is a sacred and holy thing.
Patrick's getting his own place soon. Did he tell you?
Hey, Father, I hope you don't mind. I borrowed your dressing gown after my bath.
Help yourself, Carmen.
Hiya, Callie. Hiya, Madeline. I bet you're surprised to see me here. Oh, don't be angry, Callie. I know, I missed my bail signing. I just lost track of things. I phoned them up and I'm going to go in tomorrow.
See you.
Patrick's new house. I'm amazed he can still afford it after what he's blown on drugs.
Come in. Now we're all here. You may be wondering why I've asked you all to come tonight. It's not as advertised to view my new house, which is after all nothing more than a hollow possession, an irrelevant collection of bricks and plaster. I've asked you all to come here tonight to meet the woman that I love, the woman who has changed my life forever and made me see that there is more to this existence than just taking drugs or just not taking drugs.
Are you pissed?
No, alcohol and I have taken separate roads to oblivion.
Apart from the 7 pints of Guinness on your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who weren't there, you missed the treat. I turned the table full of glasses over on my big brother, and I blamed him for everything that's ever gone wrong in my life. Wrongly. And here she is. Carmen, let's meet me brother Joey. He runs a pub.
Yeah, it's a bar, actually, Patrick. It's Joey's bar down the Albert Dock. You may know it.
Oh, I do, yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah, if you like that sort of thing. And my sister Julie, she works on the Echo, if work is the right word. And Ian, you know, obviously, and Paulie and Callie. Well, from all the times that they've arrested you. Now, I know you're going to welcome the woman that I love into our family, even though she is utterly penniless and clearly a weenie bit black. Not that we're prejudiced, are we? Or snooty about people who have not inherited enormous sums of money, such as ourselves.
Patrick?
So, how did you meet?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Joey, because as a matter of fact, we have Mark to thank for introducing us. You see, like myself, Carmen is a former police informant and heroin addict. But now, her days as a common prostitute are behind her. We hope to pick up the threads of her former life, including the little boy she had to give up. Carmen! Carmen!
You want to use someone to settle scores with us? What do you expect?
Is she really a hooker?
Why didn't I just know that something like this was going to happen?
This is madness. This house, Carmen, everything.
Why?
Why? They hardly know each other. They spend all the time in bed. And he's still a wealthy young man. You can't ignore that.
You're saying she wants his money?
I don't know what she wants.
You don't think she's good enough, do you? She's a black hooker. That's what all this is about, isn't it?
Don't you dare say that to me.
You make me sick.
Good night. Thanks for a lovely evening.
Have you thought what it's going to be like for us? Living a double life. Working together every day, never letting on. Do you think we can do it?
Frank and Eileen seem to manage.
Who's Eileen?
You know, her secretary.
No.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to bother Paulie and Callahan either.
What? They never.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on. Didn't I tell you?
No. Does Howard know about that?
Of course, not the dozy old get. He adores Callie. Even so, he wouldn't put up with it. What? 2 officers shagging in the same squad? No way.
Yeah. Disgraceful behaviour.
A bit early, aren't you?
Just catching up with my paperwork before Tomaszewski gets here. That bastard is going to make my life a complete misery until I'm begging to go. I just know he is, and I don't want to give him any excuses.
You just watch your step, you'll be all right.
Do you think so? I don't. And I'll tell you this, Howard. If he pushes me out, that's it. I'm too old to go for the good jobs, and I am not going back into uniform.
Maybe a change would do you good.
Thanks, Howard.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah?
You know Tomaszewski starts here next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah. Come on.
What about it?
2 things, really. First, I think you did a great job as acting DS, and when your exams come up, you're going to get a top reference from me, OK?
Oh, thanks.
Secondly, well, you know, I don't want you to resent Tomaszewski coming in like this. I want you to try and work with him, whatever your personal feelings, eh? He's got a lot of bridges to build with Callie and Frank, and I want you to try and help there, especially with Frank.
I'm sure, no problem. I'm fine about it.
Oh, great. Thanks. Oh, by the way, how's it going?
Oh, just great. Thanks.
Yeah, what?
Bouncer, Joseph Ahern, shot twice. First bullet grazed his head, second bullet missed his half by a whisker. Went clean through him. Still alive? Well, by a miracle, it looks like he's going to make it, but they're not sure, you know. Ahern, we know that name.
Oh, yes, nasty bastard. Dealer, hard man. He's one of the guys we tried to take out in that controlled buy operation that time, you remember?
Any idea who's a gunman? Liam Sullivan, John Sullivan's brother. I know who Liam Sullivan is, who ID'd him.
Ahern himself just before they took him off to hospital. And the club manager still got Sullivan's platinum Amex card behind the bar.
You picked him up? Ah, they're going around there now. Okay, get everyone in.
Thank you.
That's Patrick. We're not speaking to the bastard.
Yeah.
You alone?
Yeah, sort of.
You dead? What?
Yeah, well, you will do, will I? Joey's.
Come straight to our church. 10 minutes. Talk to no one and don't go to work.
What's happened?
This is the time, Kelly. This is the time.
What's up? You okay?
Yeah, sure. Why?
You look like shit. What's happened?
Nothing.
Well, who was that on the phone?
No one.
No one.
No one you know.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just thought it might have been work.
Why?
Well, Howard's just called. There's been a shooting. We've got to go in.
What's happened?
That's all I know.
Well, we got 2 days off.
Not anymore.
I got something to do first. You go in, I'll see you there.
They dragged you in too, eh, babe?
Yep. What's going on?
That bouncer at Zulu, Ahern, Liam Sullivan, tried to blow him away. Where's Callie?
He'll be in soon.
Yeah, Frank White.
It's good you came. I don't have long.
Me neither. Tonight, around 11, Liam shot some guy outside the Zulu.
Is he dead?
Not yet. You probably know him. Joe Ahern. He's had it coming. He's pissed a lot of people off. But I'm not here to debate the morality of what's happened. Where have you been tonight?
Patrick's housewarming.
Where's that?
Grassendale Park.
What time did you leave?
I can't do this.
I know what I'm asking. I don't ask it lightly.
I can't.
Tonight, a few minutes before 11, you passed a red Ferrari coming out of town. You know the car. You knew the driver. A few minutes before 11, no later.
I can't.
I need your help, Callie. I'll buy a hen off, whatever it takes. The other bouncers, they know to keep quiet. Some of the people in the club, maybe they'll recognise Liam, maybe they won't. They've had a few drinks, the lights are dim. They'll never get to court.
So what do you need me for?
Insurance. An officer's testimony. That nails it dead. Now, everything else falls into place.
He shot someone, John.
Some no-mark drug dealer, who cares?
He could have killed him.
He didn't.
No.
No.
I won't do it.
You and I made a deal. You came to me on that beach. And you begged me to give my brother up because you were terrified that he'd kill your Patrick. And I said to you, if I give you my brother, there's a price. I said, one day, I'm going to call you. And when I do, you're going to have to come. Will you do that, Callie? And you said yes. Yes. So I gave you my brother. So your brother could have his housewarming in Grassendale. And you killed him. You let him die. You let him drop 10 floors onto a car. There was only a plastic bag full of bits in the coffin. So where was my brother, eh, Callie? Where was my brother? You killed him. You killed him. And you owe me.
Give us a minute. Please.
He's my only brother. And I can't let him rot in prison, whatever he's done. I'm after Mikey. You came to me, Callie, and you were desperate. And now I've come to you.
Mr. Sullivan, do you know why you've been arrested?
It's all a bit of a blur.
A blur?
Something indistinct, of uncertain definition or clarity.
Yes, thank you. I know what a blur is.
Joseph Ahern, employee of Keen Security, which runs the door at Zulu nightclub, was shot twice with a handgun outside the club at around 11 p.m. this evening.
How dreadful.
And he has named you as the person who shot him.
Me?
That's right, you.
Good heavens. Well, that would explain it.
Explain what?
What we're all doing here.
Well, under the circumstances, you'll understand that we'd like your client to account for his whereabouts this evening, with particular reference to the hours between 10 and 12. Is that okay?
I went to Zulu tonight about 10:30. I put my car behind the bar. I got a drink. Some girl came over, started coming on to me. Next thing, his bouncer comes over, starts kicking off, saying it's his bird or something. I mean, it's not my fault, you know. She's not getting enough from the guys, you know what I mean?
Let's not confuse the officers with speculation about this poor fellow's relationship with someone who may or may not be his girlfriend.
We're happy to let your client speak for himself.
I just think we should confine ourselves to the facts.
Go on, Mr. Sullivan.
Just trying to be helpful.
Anyway, the guy grabs hold of me and puts me out the door.
Did you struggle? Or hit him?
Well, I might have called him a few names, I admit. I think the heat must have got to me. I went back to my car. I drove to my brother's place, got there just after 11.
Was anyone with you?
No?
And you didn't go back to the club at any subsequent time?
No.
Not even to recover your credit card?
I didn't remember it till later. I was going to drop by tomorrow.
I'm sure Mr. Sullivan's brother would be happy to confirm the timing of his return.
What were you wearing at the club, Mr. Sullivan?
Wearing? Clothes, why?
We have a description of you at the club in a white open-neck shirt and yellow linen suit. When you were arrested, you were wearing a blue t-shirt and slacks.
Is that right?
Why did you change your clothes in such a hurry, Mr. Sullivan?
It was hot. I was sticky from the drive.
And what happened to the clothes you were wearing in the club, Mr. Sullivan?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
I've got a lot of clothes.
Could we take a short break now? I find this cell so oppressively airless. What do you suppose the temperature is in here? 100 degrees Fahrenheit, at least.
Suspend the interview and come up to my office.
Why? What's happened? What's it?
Callie's got some information.
I'm pretty sure I saw Liam Sullivan tonight on Egworth Drive. He was heading out of town, I was going in. I was with my sister and the Paulie.
The time is crucial here.
It was just before 11.
Did you see him as well, Paulie?
No.
Well, if Callahan is right, then someone else must have shot Ahern, and Sullivan simply could not have been in two places at once.
The bouncer said it was Sullivan.
Are you sure it was him you saw, Callie?
It was him.
Got another witness. Puts Liam Sullivan walking away from the club right at the time. Best of all, it's one of ours, off-duty sergeant out of Allerton. Knows Liam Sullivan. 100% positive. What's that?
What do we know about this other witness? The sergeant from Allerton.
He's a young lad, young family, good record, nothing special.
How does he know Liam Sullivan?
Liam had a break-in recently. He was one of the officers on the scene of crime.
Well, clearly either one of them is mistaken or one of them is lying.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You know what I mean.
I've known Mark Callaghan for 15 years. He's dedicated, he's honest. He's a fiercely moral Catholic character. And of all the officers I've ever met, he's the least corruptible because quite apart from anything else, he has substantial family money.
I didn't know that.
Well, you do now.
Look, the victim himself identified Liam Sullivan.
The victim himself is a known criminal. We can't rely on his testimony. We can only guess at his motivation, and no one else actually saw Sullivan pull the trigger.
You want to go back at Sullivan then?
Howard says to leave him in the sweatbox a bit.
So, what's on your mind, Cal?
Nothing. What's on yours?
Oh, this and that, you know.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Callaghan, yes. Is this your statement?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Liam Sullivan is a dangerous criminal. We both know that. It would be a very good thing to remove him from society. Do you agree?
You want me to forget seeing him tonight?
No, I'm just saying that unless you are 100% sure that it was Liam Sullivan, then why say so? Oh, it was dark, he was in his car, travelling in the opposite direction. You could have been mistaken. The truth is, the bouncer himself says it was Liam Sullivan. He was seen leaving the scene at the time by another police officer.
I can't help that.
You must have been wrong, Callaghan. I'm just saying, given all the circumstances, given the doubts, perhaps it might be best to say nothing.
I've thought about this. And I feel it's the right thing to do.
Then you should get home.
Who tried to get you to change your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Just remember, you got to be able to sleep at night. I'm proud of you, Callie.
I gotta go.
Who was that phone call from? Where did you go when you left the bar? What's the matter? You've lied to everyone else. Why didn't you lie to me, huh? Yeah, go on, get in your flash car and go home. Just another day at the office. You know, I always wondered that time how you knew where to find Mikey Sullivan. What anonymous little informant could have told you about the high-rise in Everton? And I always wondered why John Sullivan did that, you know, why he betrayed his own brother like that. And I still don't know. But now I do know what he got from you in return. Maybe you tell yourself it's not corruption. Maybe you tell yourself you never took any money. Maybe you tell yourself you did it for Patrick. I don't know what you tell yourself, Callahan. But you just crossed the line and you can't ever go back. You're burned. And they'll all know it. And the next time they come for you, and there will be a next time, you've got no defense. You're theirs. You're finished.
So what are you going to do about it?
Of all the people, of all the things in my life, you're just like everyone else.
My dear, one hates to be churlish, but I do feel a little bit of a churl coming on.
Shut up. Shut up.
Am I then correct in assuming you have no further questions?
No. You are not.
Hey! What's in the bag? Breakfast. Ham, cheese, rolls, coffee. Something rather special. A very rare Isle of malt. Backhander from a baptism. It's a bit of a poor show, tipping it in the coffee. But we were working class, originally.
Thanks for coming.
Glad to get out of town. The air's so much clearer here. And I have the opportunity to tell you I think I was wrong last night. Wrong about Carmen, wrong about Patrick, wrong about you. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
We're a pretty wrong kind of family.
I just pray to God I haven't screwed everything up.
You gotta have some faith.
Yeah.
Ian, I need some advice.
Okay.
First, I have to tell you a long story.
Is this time for the malt?
Well, they've worked out a story and he's sticking to it. Anytime it gets uncomfortable, his slimy brief just starts talking for an hour.
Do you think he shot the guy?
I guess I think it's likely on the balance of evidence.
Perhaps Callie got the timing wrong. You were in the car, weren't you?
I wasn't paying much attention.
We'll hold him as long as we can, try to build up a convincing case against him.
What's the point? It's a waste of time.
You got something on your mind, Paulie. You want to talk about it?
No, sorry. Howard, it's personal stuff. I shouldn't bring it into the office.
There you go home. Get some sleep.
So what do you think you should do now?
I've gotta go.
Resign?
Yeah, resign. And I keep seeing her face. It was like she hated me.
Do you know the credit union that I run? You know what that is?
Yeah, sort of bank. People other banks won't deal with.
Yep. That's right. We cash checks, take deposits, give interest, lend money, all that stuff. We lend money to the people who can't get it anywhere else. Apart from the bastard loan sharks who door-to-door the estates. Don't always get it back, but that's not the point. Try to give something to people's lives. Try to raise them above the struggle. Maybe give them some hope. A bit of self-respect, a way into work. You're not an animal on your own anymore. You're part of something bigger. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think?
A good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing too. A while ago, I baptized this guy's daughter, and after, he comes up to me with a cheque for the credit union, £10,000. Tell you who he is, you know his name. And I look at this cheque. I know it's drug money. It's drug money! And I said thank you. And I prayed and I thought about what that money could do for everyone, what it might mean to somebody, and God help me, I put it in the bank. Now, was that the right thing? Did I do the right thing?
I don't know.
Then this girl comes to me, to the credit union. She's a young mother. She wants to borrow some money for some shoes for her daughter. And you know how expensive shoes are. You know how quickly they grow out of them, shoes?
Yeah.
So I lent her the money. She spent it on heroin and she died. She's sitting there on the couch. She's dead. The television's on. The little girl can't wake her up. Oh, God. Oh, God! Oh, God, Martha, is that the right thing? Did I do the right thing? This is a world of compromise and failure, because that's the way he wants it. And we all live here with that. I am bad, I fail, I drink, I want women, I hated my father. I was not sad when he died, I masturbated in the toilets, oh God. Oh God, Mark, please don't resign. Please don't resign. Because the devil loves to shove our faces in the pain. Just to show us we don't have everything his way. And the minute one of us walks away from that, we have lost something. Someone. You're trying to do the right thing. Sometimes there isn't a right thing. You are a good person. Don't walk away.
Yep.
Oh, hello, Frank. Where are you?
Callie's couch.
So that domestic situation then, that's improved, has it?
What do you want, Howard?
Sorry to wake you up. Listen, will you go round to Joe's place, pick her up and take her down the Royal?
It's a bit out of my way, Howard. I'll call her. She can make her own way there.
Oh, well, best of luck. My mobile switched off on the answer phone, so...
What do you want us to go down the road for, anyway?
A hen wants to see someone.
A hen? What about?
Well, I don't know, Frank. For Christ's sake, why don't you go down there and ask him?
What did he tell you to tell me that he wasn't in?
Search the place if you want.
Couldn't sleep.
Want some company? Food?
Okay.
I'll just go and see Joe, then I'll come back and we'll go and get some breakfast, okay?
Oh my God, they're shagging.
Thank you.
I take it you feel Howard's going to find out about this.
Well, I suspect he may. People can be so indiscreet.
It's up to you.
I think I can live with that.
Yeah, to Paulie.
Paulie,
You okay? What's up?
I had breakfast in the canteen. When I got back to my office, I found this on the desk.
Right, and what is it on your desk?
Well, it looks like Callie's resignation.
I'll call you back.
Everything okay?
Yeah, sure.
No, it isn't. What's happened?
Okay, Callie's resigned. All right, you happy?
Stupid. This is your doing, girl. You and I are going to fall out big time.
What do you mean, my doing?
Oh, come on, Paulie. I've known Callie half my life. I don't know the full details, but I can fill in the general picture pretty well. And so can you. Did you tell him to resign?
I was angry, okay? I was upset.
You were angry. You were upset. Who cares about you? This is not your problem. This is Callie's problem. And your position, girl, is to help him out and stand by him, whatever it costs, whatever it takes.
Don't tell me what my position is.
Did you tell Howard?
And don't call me girl.
Sometimes, Paulie, you've got to give a little to get something back. Sometimes you've got to deal with people you'd rather not, but if it matters to you, then you'll do it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the way things are, not the way you want them to be.
Did you ever take money, Frank, huh? Did you ever do that?
Well, it's never been offered, but when it is, I'll think about what it's being offered for, who's doing it and why, and I'll let you know. See, me, I do favours for people, I expect to get them back. That's the way it works here. And I won't let you crucify someone like Callie for doing what he thinks is right. If he's done what he's done, then I know there'll be a good reason, and I don't need to ask what it is.
Frank, he made a false statement to get a drug dealer off a charge of attempted murder, all right? Where'd you go from there, Frank, huh? Where'd you go from there?
Back to work, Paulie. Because of all of us. Callie. He makes a difference. And you know he does. Come on, we got stuff to do. Mr. Ahern, I'm DC White from Bridewell. This is DC DePauli.
We understand you wanted to see someone about your statement.
I've been thinking. I might have been mistaken about some of the details of last night. The shooting and that. The pain must have confused me. See what it is, the guy that shot me, well, I realise now. Although it looks a lot like that fella, Liam Sullivan, I can't be sure it was him. And I've been advised I ought to amend my statement.
By whom?
Me attorney.
What's the going rate these days? 10 grand a bullet?
Have you got kids, fat man? I've got 3.
Well, that's it then.
Yep. And whatever Callie did, he did it for nothing.
You got a minute, Callie?
Do you want a drink or something?
No, I'm not staying.
It's just been getting to me recently. The job, you know? Sometimes you feel like you're standing there and the shit's just washing all over you. Doesn't matter whether you're there or not.
I think it matters very much.
I'm not sure I've got anything left, you know? I'm not sure I should be doing this work anymore.
Why now, Callie?
If I'm honest, Howard, it's been hanging over me for a while.
So it's nothing to do with this Sullivan thing then, is it?
I've seen people's faces the way they're staring at me. I can guess what they're saying.
What are you telling me?
I'm telling you. I did what I had to.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going to have to think about that.
This is yours. Think about that too.
Well, Hearn's changed his statement. Says he can't be sure it was Liam after all.
I'll tell Hill.
Cheers. Cheers. Listen, boss, there's something I've got to talk to you about.
If it's bad news, drink your drink and go away. Come back tomorrow.
Well, that all depends on your point of view.
Are you sleeping with Tomaszewski?
Oh,
You heard me.
who told you that?
I'm not going to forget this, Joe. Sorry to disturb you, but we have to have a talk about D.S. Tomaszewski.
What about him?
It's come to my notice he's having sex with Joanna McMullen.
Lucky bastard.
It doesn't work. Yeah. People having relationships within a squad, it's bad for morale, it's bad for everything. So under the circumstances, I have to request that we blow the transfer.
Okay. What are we doing with Sullivan?
Callie resigned. Congratulations.
Well, maybe you don't understand us. Yet.
No.
Hill didn't get promoted.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I was looking forward to getting rid of him, still. I'm off home.
Did you see Callie?
Yeah, I saw Callie.
See you, boss.
See ya. Congratulations.
I'm going to give it all to the church.
Well, if you want to give thanks, Frank, there are other things you can do as well.
Such as?
Such as go and see your daughter one day and tell her you love her.
Thank you, Paulie. Everybody's conscience.
Whatever. See you, Frank.
Yeah, see you, babe.
Yeah, to Paulie. What now?
Thank you all for coming. That's on short notice. But under the circumstances, I thought I'd better get on with it. In case the bride changed her mind. And who can blame her? Before we do the vows...
Miss Callie, I left him a message.
I'd like to say I'm delighted to welcome Carmen into our family. One of the central tenets of my faith is that Jesus Christ rose from the dead to give us a glimpse of the infinite possibilities of God's love, of redemption, of ultimate salvation. And if anybody doubts that, then maybe they should take a look at these two people standing here.
Oh, is Georgie in?
No, she's out for the night.
Okay. Thanks.
Who shall I say called?
No one.
Weird how things work out, huh? Carmen.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Nothing. This is, for the first time in a long time, I feel free.
So what did Howard say to you?
He said to take some time to think about things.
That's good advice. You do that, Callahan. So you can dance then. Come on, Callahan, it's a wedding.